You won't believe the story of how a 23-year-old man just became the world's youngest grandpa thanks to a wild set of circumstances. Want to find out what they are? You'll have to watch until the end. In life, family always comes first. You only get one. So when there's a problem that involves their well-being, you do anything to help. This was particularly true for one young man in Australia. Tommy Connolly grew up with a lot of friends in school and was always a star athlete. However, that all came to an abrupt stop when he received an alarming message via social media from one of his cousins. This 23-year-old college student had the whole world at his fingertips, along with a beautiful girlfriend to share it with. Unfortunately though, not everything is built to last. Tommy was attending school at the University of Sunshine Coast in Queensland and studying to become a real estate agent. He was already working part-time at a local office while he was chasing his passion in school, but he was a stellar track and field athlete as well. He was even en route to compete at an international level. However, something happened that prevented him from furthering his athletic career and dreams. One afternoon, completely out of the blue, Tommy received a disturbing message on Facebook. It was from a cousin named Kiarna, who he had lost touch with years before, and she had some very upsetting news. Since the last time they spoke, Kiarna told Tommy she had fallen on some rough times. Her boyfriend was currently in jail, she was homeless, and she'd had several run-ins with law enforcement. She needed help, badly. Tommy was shocked by what he heard. He remembered her as a wide-eyed baby, always smiling and wanting to play with whoever was around. Tommy wasn't exactly sure how to help, but he knew he had to somehow. After a few Facebook message exchanges, Tommy drove to where his 16-year-old cousin was staying and took her out to lunch. Kiarna then explained everything to him. Well, almost everything. After speaking with Kiarna, Tommy committed himself to helping her however he could, even if it meant making sacrifices. According to Tommy, family came first, and he was happy Kiarna reached out for help. Even though Tommy was both working and attending college, he offered her a place to stay in his home. Her life was turning around for the better, but she was still keeping one huge secret from her cousin. What might that be? Can you guess? We'll give you the answer in a bit, but first, we'd like to remind you to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell right now. If you do, comment Notification Squad, and we'll reply to all of you with a thank you. Kiarna was 23 weeks pregnant with a little boy. She was terrified to tell Tommy for fear he'd be less inclined to help. However, exactly the opposite happened. He offered to be her permanent guardian. Child Services had been following Kiarna and even told her as soon as she gave birth, her son would immediately be taken away since she didn't have the means to support him. How are they going to change Child Services' minds? Tommy literally spent all of his time making sure Kiarna was in a stable place so she could keep her child. He taught her how to read, write, and drive a vehicle, but that wasn't all. He spent his life savings on a bigger apartment more suitable for a child. He was buying baby goods and attending doctor's appointments with Kiarna. Tommy was moving mountains, and eventually, the foster parent paperwork went through. Tommy was Kiarna's legal guardian at last. Tommy even bought Kiarna a kitten to show the love he had for her. Now, everyone needed to prepare for the birth of Kiarna's son. 2 months after Tommy became Kiarna's legal guardian, she gave birth to a boy named Caden. Tommy was there the whole time. He even cut the umbilical cord. Because Tommy was Kiarna's legal guardian, the birth of her child meant he became the world's youngest grandfather at 23 years old. How amazing is that? Everyone, including Tommy's girlfriend, helped take care of Caden when he came home from the hospital.